This is the LC Media Network, and this is Sports Final. Now, with the headlines and the details go around in the world of sports, here's Steve, the Baxman Bex. Hey, all right, how you doing, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to our little show of shows. We're on a little late tonight because we had a sporting event go a little long. Now that it's done, we're here. So without further ado, let's give you an hour show in about 40 minutes, shall we? We shall.
We still got faith. Yes, just in different places.
All right, let's rock. Let's give you the news headlines, followed by all the scores you can fit, print, and Julianne. And boy, have we got a lot for you tonight. Let's start off with Major League Baseball. And we have more Hot Stove League news. Yes, friends. Would you like to know that? I'm glad you do, because we're about to tell you. The Red Sox, Mets, and Royals complete a three-team trade involving Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi. Thank you. Boston Red Sox, New York Mets, and Kansas City Royals have agreed on a three-team, or as we like to call it affectionately, a menage a trade involving outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi will head to the Royals, where prospects Khalili going to the Mets and Franchy Cordero, Josh Winkowski, and of course the traditional three players to be named later joining the Red Sox. Give me a moment to drink. Now then, the Red Sox will receive outfielder Franchy Cordero, right-handed pitcher Josh Winkowski, three players to be named, two from the Royals. Royals receive outfielder Andrew Benintendi. The Mets receive outfielder Kayla Lee. 26-year-old Benintendi was 6 more strikeouts than walks in 52 plate appearances. Benintendi was then shut down with a strained rib cage. He entered the season having hit .277, .354, and .442 for his career, with averages of 18 home runs and 18 stolen bases per 162 big games. Benintendi, who will make $6.6 million this season, has 2 years of team control remaining. The Royals figured to start Benintendi in left field most days. Elsewhere in their outfield, Kansas City is likely to start Whit Merrifield every day and use some combination of Edward Olivares and Michael Taylor in the other spot. Red Sox, for their part, will add Cordero to an outfield mix that already includes Hunter Renfroe and Alex Verdugo. Cordero has hit .236, .304, .433 in 3 big league plate appearances. Though he has plenty of tools, he struck out in roughly 35% of his career trips to the plate, limiting his ceiling. Boston will also acquire Winkowski, a potential back-end starter who the Mets acquired in the Steven Matz deal. As for Lee, he entered 2020 ranked as one of the Royals' best prospects. And it's unclear when the players to be named later will be revealed, but this should be very interesting. Mm-hmm. And here we go. Okay, meanwhile, in the National Football League, thank you. In the National Football League, you ready for this? Wow. This is going to be fun. It appears the Baltimore Ravens could be losing a starter along the offensive line this offseason, as Pro Bowl offensive tackle Orlando Brown Jr. has made it perfectly clear that he would like to be traded, according to Jason La Canfora, the NFL insider for CBS Sports. Brown has been given permission to seek a trade, and multiple teams are interested. Just who they are? Well, stand by. La Canfora said based on the level of interest, there's a good chance a trade that makes sense for all parties involved comes together. However, Brown is talented and has a strong relationship with the Ravens franchise, who would certainly want good value in return for him. Brown was selected in the third round of the 2018 NFL Draft and started 10 games in his rookie season at right tackle. He started all 16 games on the right side in 2019 and made his first Pro Bowl. However, things have changed since this past season. When star left tackle Ronnie Stanley went down with a severe ankle injury, Brown moved over to the left side. There he found success and made his second straight Pro Bowl. Now he wants to stay at left tackle to honor his late father and former Raven Orlando Brown Sr.
Looks like I'm not going to be able to play with you after all.
So, wow.
That's okay.
That
Well,
is
maybe a soda
wild indeed.
and a sandwich. Oh, listen, and little Richie, would you hand me that clicker, please? Thanks. Oh, yeah, real bad. Let's take a pain. Yeah. Really? Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Stevie Pooh?
well,
Yeah, say Pooh. Well,
what can I say?
each other
But
for a while now, and
why have we got
don't you think it's time
this?
that you made a commitment to me?
Okay,
Well,
let's
I believe I have. I'll let you buck your car with my old boxer shorts.
Yes,
my
let's
head
go.
is still
There we go.
spinning.
All right.
I was hoping
Adrian Peterson has finally decided he's time to move on. If Frank Gore can do it, why not Adrian Peterson? The NFL's fifth all-time leading rusher plans on returning for a 15th season, but he wants to have an opportunity at a Super Bowl ring. What a perfect fit than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're a team that Peterson is targeting, fitting since they are the defending Super Bowl champs, who will have a chance of repeating with Tom Brady as their quarterback. Peterson, who texted Brady during Super Bowl week, is inspired by Brady playing at a high level at 43 years old. Playing that well in his 40s inspires Peterson to keep going, especially since his ability to score touchdowns hasn't diminished. Peterson's 19 touchdowns over the past 3 seasons are more than Saquon Barkley and Joe Mixon. He has connection to the Bucs outside of Brady as head coach Bruce Arians traded for Peterson in the middle of the 2017 season. Peterson rushed for 604 yards on 156 carries and 7 touchdowns in 16 games for the Lions at age 35. The veteran running back was released by the Washington football team days before the 2020 season, yet still managed to start 10 games for the Motor City Kitties. Peterson has 14,820 rushing yards for his career, just 450 yards from passing Barry Sanders, for 4th on the all-time list. His 118 rushing touchdowns are 4th on the all-time list, just 6 away from passing Marcus Allen for 3rd at 123. There are still individual milestones for Peterson to achieve, but the Super Bowl ring is what he covets. If Brady endorses Peterson to join Tampa Bay, there's a good chance he'll be playing for the Bucs in 2021. All right. And I think, oh yes. And of course,
A new goddess is here to
We'll-
help Cupid.
we'll do a
She
tribute to,
inspire you to celebrate the love that kept you going. The love that just
let's see.
started. The love that
Okay, we
stays
got a couple more. Or do you, yeah, we got a couple more headlines,
She's
and we're all
here to
scores.
shine
And
bright.
we will pay a tribute to Marty Schottenheimer
It's the
as well.
Valentine's Day Cupid event.
Right now, we got a couple more headlines, and let's go
With my
to it.
fortune No excuses on game day. Migraine medicine.
Mike Patine's 18th season as NFL coach will be spent with the Chicago Bears. Patine, who most recently served as the Packers. I know we got the thing wrong in our little preview teaser. And staff as a senior defensive assistant, the team announced. The 54-year-old spent 3 years in Green Bay before the team elected not to renew his contract following the team's loss to Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship game. During his time in Bay from 2018 to 2020, the Packers finished 22nd, 9th, and 13th in the NFL in scoring defense, respectively. In 2020, their defense finished 7th in the NFL in passing, 13th in rushing, tied for 8th in sacks, tied for 26th in turnovers forced, 10th in third down efficiency, and 8th in red zone efficiency. Pro Bowl linebacker Zarius Smith had 7.5 more sacks than the next closest Packer, Rashawn Gary. The Packers' other Pro Bowler on the defensive side was quarterback Jaire Alexander, who broke up a team-high 13 passes. The Packers' decision to part with Patine came just days after the team's 31-26 loss to the Bucs. While Patine's unit held Tampa Bay to 19 first downs and 2 of 8 on third downs, the Packers could not overcome Tom Brady's 3 touchdown passes in the game's first 31 minutes. Green Bay's defense also allowed a 20-yard touchdown run by Leonard Fournette as the Buccaneers stormed to a 20-10 lead. Now, with their deficit cut to 5 points, Packers defense need to get a stop with 2:05 remaining, but 2 costly penalties enabled the Buccaneers to keep the ball for the remainder of the game.
Oh, yeah? Says who? Don't make me get out of this trash.
You better go. She's very jealous.
She's also crazy. Great.
Hello again, boys. This dress is also on sale.
And there you go. Let's hit the dusty trail with NBA scores.
She gives you a little extra lip action when she says spoons. See, like this.
All right. Oh, she's a sleepy.
You really think she's interested?
So
She came back
let's
to
okay, we got some NBA scores. We're going to do all the scores. And as I said, we're going to give a little tribute to Marty Schottenheimer. And all of our scores are courtesy of our friends at William Hill Sportsbook. Let's make it interesting. And of course, there's our tag. William Hill Sportsbook, let's make it interesting. And of course, if you have a gambling, and remember to do it all responsibly. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7177. 1-800-270-7177. All right, the Phoenix Suns lead the Milwaukee Bucks in a very tense game in the final quarter. 4:30 left, 118-114. The LA Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, with minute 50 left to play, are tied at 100 apiece. Let's go for some final scores, shall we? Toronto Raptors over the Washington Wizards, 137-115. Dallas Mavericks, and we got some news on the Mavericks, folks, beat the Atlanta Hawks, 118-117. Brooklyn Nets over the Indiana Pacers, 104-94. LA Clippers over the Minnesota Timberwolves, 119-112. Memphis Grizzlies over Charlotte Hornets, 130-114. Chicago Bulls over the New Orleans Pelicans, 129-116. And the Denver Nuggets over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 133-95. Wowzers. We said it. Wowzers. That's your NBA. Let's take a look now at some college basketball while we have this opportunity to do so. We do so like this. We can. Thank you very much. Let's give you, of course, while we're at the subject, the start times and the TV info for this year's NCAA. Start updating your calendar now. The NCAA tournament tip times for the upcoming postseason have landed, and we have the entire little 2021 NCAA tournament schedule as well. Now, the selection show will be held Sunday, March 14th from 6 to 7 on CBS. The first four will take place Thursday, March 18th with 5 p.m. game on True TV and a 6:20 game tipping off on TBS. And the 48 games that comprise the first and second rounds will start later than the usual this year, with games starting at noon each day. First round will be played on Friday, March 19th and Saturday, March 20th, with second round following on Sunday, March 21st and Monday, March 22nd. Games will air across CBS and their partner networks, TBS, TNT, and True TV. Now, schedule has been organized, but there'll be at least one game played from noon until nearly midnight across the 4 days of the first 2 rounds. Of course, second round games will be spaced out a bit more, given there'll be half as many. Sweet 16 will air Saturday, March 27th and Sunday, March 28th. CBS will broadcast the first 2 games in the afternoon on both days. Did I lose something? Oh, yeah. Thank you. With coverage being at 2 p.m. on Saturday and 1 p.m. on Sunday, TBS will televise 2 games in prime time each night beginning at 7 p.m. The Elite 8 games, scheduled for Monday, March 29th and Tuesday, March 30th, will also be split by the networks. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Monday on CBS and 6 p.m. Tuesday on TBS. CBS will also provide coverage for this year's Final Four on Saturday, April 3rd, and the National Championship game on Monday, April 5th. Pre-game coverage for the Final Four began at 2, with the first game set for 5 p.m. The title game will tip off at 9, and the full schedule will be listed below. And we'll tell you about it. CBS will broadcast 24 games, while Turner Sports will air 43 between their 3 networks, TNT, TBS, True TV. March Madness Live will again be your home for live streaming access to this year's NCAA tournament, with all 6-7 games being aired online. And, we'll give you the first 4, of course. Game 1, 5 p.m., True TV. Game 2, 6. This is, by the way, Thursday, March 18th. Game 1, 5 p.m., True TV. Game 2, 6:20 p.m., TBS. Game 3, 8:30 p.m., True TV. Game 4, 9:50 p.m., TBS. First round, Friday, March 19th. Game 5, noon on CBS. Game 6, 12:30 p.m., True TV. Game 7, 1 p.m., TBS. Game 8, 1:30 p.m. on TNT. Game 9, 2:45 on CBS. Game 10, 3:20 True TV. Game 11, 3:50 on TBS. Game 12, 4:20 on TNT. Game 13 at 6:15 on TBS. Game 14 at 7 on CBS. Game 15 also at 7 on True TV. Game 16, 7:15 on TNT. Game 17, 9:10 p.m. on TBS. Game 18, 9:30 on CBS. Game 19, 9:45 on True TV. Game 20 at 9:50 p.m. on TNT. And we'll give you all the rest when they all become done and realized. So there you go. Let's take you now to, well, we should do it now. This is your basketball moment. Let's give you some of the scores. And that we're going till about 12:45. So we'll make it. Okay. Let's get to all the NCAA basketball scores. And for that, we just go completely wild, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, they're early still in the second half, and it is San Diego State over San Jose State, 38-35. Final scores, we got them, you want them? We'll give them to you. Providence over Connecticut, 70-59. UNCG, 64-58 winner over Furman. Which ain't bad. Pepperdine over San Francisco, 76-68. Tulane over Tulsa, 58-48. Final in 2 overtimes. Indiana and Northwestern. Indiana beat Northwestern 79-76. Old Dominion over Charlotte in overtime 78-76. The Citadel over Eastern Tennessee State 79-71. Wichita State over UCF 61-60. Chattanooga over Wofford 78-66. Number 8th ranked Houston an 82-68 winner over South Florida. VMI 72-74 winner over Western Carolina. George Mason a 77-45 victory over Fordham. Wake Forest over Boston College 69. Bing 68. Drake over Northern Iowa 80-59. Number 9 ranked Virginia over Georgia Tech 57-49. Bradley over Valparaiso 76-52. 25th ranked Rutgers over 15th ranked Iowa 66-79. Texas SF Austin over Texas A&M CC 80-68. Sam Houston State over Southeastern Louisiana 79-61. Abilene Christian over Houston Baptist 88-59. Northwestern State over Incarnate Word 68-67. A final in overtime. Mercer over Samford without a son 77-70. 16th ranked Tennessee over Georgia 89-81. Missouri State over Southern Illinois 65-53. Nicholls State over Lamar 76-71. LSU over Mississippi State 94-80. Number 10 ranked Missouri over Ole Miss 59-80. St. Louis over Rhode Island 67-60. Marquette over 5th ranked Villanova 64-96. Villanova over Marquette. 5th ranked Villanova over Marquette 96-64. And 21 ranked Wisconsin over Nebraska 61-48. James Madison, UNC Wilmington. Davidson, VCU. Number 2 ranked Baylor. Number 12, Oklahoma. Wyoming, Utah State. Central Arkansas, New Orleans. Little Rock, Arkansas. And Pittsburgh, Louisville have been postponed. And there you have NCAA Mega Madness. Let's go now to the NHL and give you those fun games. Only 2 games to report. Boston beat the Rangers of New York 3-2 in overtime, and Toronto beat Montreal 4-2. That is that in a nutshell, and I think we've already done our media bit for society. Give me a little drinky poo as we see if any other media thing we should talk about. All right. Okay. Locked On has partnered with Intercom to increase distribution and create new podcasts. Well, that's nice. Fantasy sports site RotoWorld rebrands to NBC Sports Edge to reflect more betting content for the Comcast-owned network. NBC will air a Doc Emmerich, the voice of hockey special, ahead of the Bruins-Flyers Lake Tahoe game. Karl Anthony Towns responds to Shem Shariana expected to return report with, "This is news to me, but he did return." NBC will air the Summer Olympics opening ceremony live for the first time since 2010 in all time zones. That's nice. Do we have any more? Nope, we don't. Okay. We're going to try to get off the air at 12:40. Oh. Anyway. I think my cat's trying to catch another little squeaker. Anyway. Hello to my friends on Facebook, Twitter, Gab Social, Minds, Instagram, and of course on TikTok, where I'm thinking strongly next week we will be uh, doing a couple things for both Instagram and TikTok, but we'll get more on that a little later in the week. As for the future, we will decide in March. The decision will be made. Anyway, let's get to it on time, but things do happen, and when they do, we just move along and lay waste to the world. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Welcome, by the way, to Thursday, the 11th of February. And let's get you some scores from the various soccer, otherwise known as football, leagues around the world. All right. In the FA Cup fifth round, Manchester City over Swansea City 3-1. Leicester City a 1-0 winner over Brighton and Hove Albion. Sheffield United beat Bristol City 1-0. And Everton over Tottenham Hotspur 5-4. Scottish Premiership, Motherwell over Kilmarnock 1-0. Celtic over St Mirren 4-0. In the Championship, Brentford over Reading 3-1. In the Women's FA Women's Super League, Brighton and Hove Albion women over West Ham United women 1-0. Chelsea women over Arsenal women 3-0. Spanish Copa del Rey, Sevilla over Barcelona 2-0. Italian Copa Italia, Atalanta over Napoli 3-1. In the Coupe de France, Marseille over Auxerre 2-0. Toulouse over Bordeaux 2-0. Monaco over Grenoble 1-0. Lens over Nantes 4-2. Montpellier over Strasbourg 2-0. Metz over Amiens 2-1. Brest over Rodez 2-1. Nice a 3-1 winner over Nimes. Lille over Dijon 1-0. Paris Saint-Germain over Cannes 1-0. In the Australian A-League, it was Western Sydney Wanderers a 2-0 winner over Melbourne Victory. In the Austrian Bundesliga, Admira Wacker Modeling over Rheinhof Attach 3-1. Lask over St. Polten 3-1. Red Bull Salzburg over Austria Vienna 3-1. In Brazil, Sport over Internacional 2-1. Fortaleza over Vasco da Gama 3-0. In the Swiss Super League, it was Luzern and Lugano a 1-1 tie. Serviette and St. Gallen 2-2 tie. And Young Boys over Lausanne 1-0. And that leaves us only one thing to do, folks. Very quickly, very concise. It is time for the scoreboard. Yep. Time now for the fun, the thrills, the enchantment, the excitement. And my producer is hollering at me. Get to the fall, get to the hoop. Okay, we're getting to the hoop. Yay. Let's remember. Okay, something is all right. Let's exit those. Keep our page going. I hope. Still here? Yeah, we are. We got the live scoreboard. Okay, thank you. You know, it's good to touch green grass of home. Yes, it is. And we got about well, actually, we got about 4 minutes left. And I think we've done most. And say to all of you, thank you for joining us. We're sort of going to end it right here, about 31 minutes. So we'll get everything else done up here, and we will be back tomorrow night at our regular time. Be safe, be good to one another, and we will see you tomorrow. Steve, the Backman Backsley. We are out. Thank you. Good night, and be well.